Warriors want to score in transition. The Nuggets knew that and got back into their 2-3 zone. And Wiggins lasers possession with those two and then satellite off of them. Shot clock down to 5, and beautiful cut by Gary.
How to get out in transition. Do that, you got to get some stops, maybe get some deflections, take advantage of your athleticism on the defensive end. As Michael Porter Jr. He's got the physical tools to be a really good defender, but he's just got to work on it. Obviously, he's taken that to heart.
Wiggins turned it over, and Porter runs the floor, and that you'll see that the one-hand pickup gets stolen in the NBA so often. Guys are so talented on both ends. Steph Curry gets
a new Curry brand kicks on. Had a nice summer. You know he was itching to get back and play.
Porter, you can't give him even there. That was beautiful.
He shoots the 3 ball really well. And early on in the bubble, he was showing out, and then he contributed in the playoffs. That's nice to see from Kelly Oubre.
Breathing.
And he just switched off of him perfectly there. The little handoff screen, get out there and contest, and then you reward yourself on the other side. Got to get back, though.
Wiggins made the 3, and Harris made him pay.
Yeah, from three-point range. But he is an opportunist. He'll take his drives when they're there. Good player.
Millsap missing there, and then Jokic sneaking in.
Chemistry.
Michael Porter Jr. off back iron. Marquise Chris stayed with that rebound again. Anything you can get transition. And Oubre finishes
in from his left.
Jokic, the face up on Marquise. They're trying to back him down. A little spin move, and then he just the skills of
a guy like that. He's got every shot, flip shots, mid-range jumpers, tough.
Pascal.
That jumper looks
play defense. How do you force transition?
There you go.
And there's a steal, and here comes the Warriors running. Wanamaker out to baseboard to lay it up. You see Marquise Chris and Brad Wanamaker. Monte Morris finding Michael Porter, and that's a nice drop-off for a young player. Wanamaker on the toss back. Shot clock at 3. Bazemore's got to bail him out, and he's fun to watch throughout the year.
Well, we have, Bob, you might know the answer. I think it's 9 players with a 7-foot-plus wingspan. Made it even more of a target. And even Bazemore's a 7-foot wingspan. So we're bad turnover. But maybe turn some defense into offense.
Joe, we were talking about how athletic the Warriors are now. Bringing in Kelly Oubre, obviously Andrew Wiggins, James Wise.
We're doing everything we can, of course, to make it as safe as possible. Nothing's perfect. This virus is a pretty tough thing, but we think that we can make it a very safe place. Nice. He's really the kind of guy we want to have in this organization.
Wanamaker's got to play beat the clock, and he does with a nice reversing his second unit.
Again, poised under pressure. The shot clock's running down. Don't panic. Just take your time. Make your moves.
Smiley with 3 there. Now, Denver, Utah, Lakers, Clippers. That's probably the upper echelon of the West, Joe, but can you remember the Western
good team players, essentially, because we're all sacrificing here, and we're all trying to bring NBA basketball in a tough year home to our fans.
You were talking to Steph Curry courtside right as the warm-up ended.
Honestly, I get happy just coming here to see him.
He has that effect on people. There's no 2 ways about it.
He's great. He's the best. And
point shot to come back. That was kind of MIA for them in the playoffs.
It was.
There's Looney running the floor.
Yes! There we go. A few years ago in the playoffs, and he can be a very important member of this team if he can stay healthy.
Michael Green floating that in.
Really on both sides of the floor. They're getting fast break points, super aggressive defensively with their hands, activity.
Wiggins, top of the key jumper.
You're going to be shooting with your hands. It's going to be short a lot. So that's what he's been working on.
You think Oubre can guard point guards? He made Murray give it up. And then there's
to the line.
There you go. Shot clock at 6. And there's Millsap. We said working on that 3. How about that? So, I mean, Bob, I think you were slacking off. I'm not sure you and your staff were getting it all done.
Well, getting our hands up, being long in the paint, being long in the perimeter. But yeah, it's one of those things where we have to be a little bit different than we've been. But that was
one of the needs was some secondary ball handling, and we're just talking about how good he's been in training camp and the scrimmages, just playing. They almost threw the ball out of bounds there. Just playing the right way, not flashy. He's going to be a blue-collar point guard. Just make the right decisions, right passes. What has impressed you about him?
Quite a bit. I've been through, almost seen everything. And so they're going to step up into that role, and they're very capable.
Bob, what's the mood of the guys been like since Clay went down? Obviously, just everything that's gone on since the draft and not being able to make the bubble and not having played for a junior.
There's a lot to like about his game. I mean, he really is an intriguing player.
He just competes on both ends of the floor. Tough, gritty. You always love that.
You're seeing this Nugget team that is elite and kind of responding. There's a reason why Jokic is going to work every time.
They're going to watch film with you, but then it's not just the coaching staff, it's the players. It's having the kind of leadership established that the Warriors do.
One of the Nuggets' first-round picks.
Remember, so he was highly touted coming out of high school, right? And he made
coming in as a very young player, thinking the second-round pick's even better than the first-round pick.
Yeah.
And it's not like Nurkic isn't a good player. Mark
pick-and-roll defense. So that's where he needs to improve. But he is pretty athletic, and he's a really good rebounder, too.
Block at 5. Smiley recognized it. Smiley geeks down the lane. Nice block by Najee.
Told you he's athletic. See how high he got up to that one?
So you saw the preseason wins and losses mean absolutely nothing.
Just got tuning up. Get it right. Work it out.
Najee, he's got that shot. Are kind of wide open for Denver. That's why they signed Michael Green. Wanamaker top of the key.
See, just under control.
8 points, 2 assists, solid defense, and running the second unit. Morris getting downhill again.
Smooth.
Yeah, Monte and Nico Mannion speaks Italian, and at the press conference, they both spoke Italian and Chinese. It's unbelievable.
Smart guys.
Tupon and then Michael Mulder. Steve Kerr giving everybody an opportunity. Mulder's made 1, and how about 2?
Let him do what you do. Get to your game. If you're a shooter, shoot. Shooters, shoot.
Warriors signed him to a 10-day and then signed him to a contract that finished off last year, and then the season was paused. But Michael Mulder, you know, the game, Kalena, we had a lot of fun. Remember when Mulder wanted to guard Devin Booker?
I do remember
Phoenix?
that. Oh, my goodness. And they had like 8 bodies. And
Damian Lee.
more crafty than that. But Coach Kerr talked about Smiley Geeks. The learning curve is steep with him. And they're trying to do the best they can to help him as they get to the rim.
Nothing better when the Run TMC era to watch Manute tee up a 3 and have the Coliseum just exult shot. You know, think of
he does.
Omari Spellman, you know, type. That they're, you know, every team wants to have one of those guys as Hampton brings that in.
And he's another
utilitarian in an NBA broadcast. So I'm giving you full love for that.
No, why are you taking shots at our education level?
You know what?
Into Kentucky.
I'm just telling you, standing next to him and talking to him at the press conference, he made Zaza Pachulia look small. Final 7 seconds. Drop it off to Concar. There's the 3. Rimmed it out. And that will do it for the preseason.